It was -10 degrees Celsius on Christmas Eve, the kind of cold that cuts through layers and settles deep into your bones. After dinner, my father locked me outside for talking back to him. It was not yelling or insults. All I said was that the turkey was dry. That single comment was enough. I stood barefoot in the snow while the warmth of the house glowed behind me. Through the window, I watched them laugh and exchange gifts as if nothing had happened. I could see wrapping paper, wine glasses, and smiles that felt unreal. An hour passed, maybe longer. Time stopped meaning anything once the cold turned from pain into numbness. Then a black limousine pulled into the driveway, its headlights cutting through the snowstorm. The car stopped, and a woman stepped out slowly, calmly, as if the weather did not apply to her. It was my grandmother Josephine, a billionaire I had not seen in 7 years and whom everyone believed was long gone from my life. She looked at me shaking in the snow, then at the house, and said a single word that changed everything. Demolish. Before I could even process what she meant, the limousine doors opened again. 2 men dressed in tactical black moved quickly and deliberately. They did not knock or hesitate. They walked straight onto the frozen lawn, lifted me from the snow as if recovering something valuable, and carried me into the car. My body was stiff and unresponsive. I could not argue. The door closed, shutting out the storm and the sight of my stepsister opening the laptop that had been meant for me. Inside the car, the air was warm and smelled of leather and money. Josephine sat across from me, composed and unreadable. She did not cry or ask questions. She placed a heavy wool coat over me and ordered me to put my arms through the sleeves. She told me hypothermia was an unremarkable way to die. Her voice was steady and efficient. As the warmth returned, it burned my skin, and I stared out the tinted window. I saw my father standing inside, holding a wine glass, unaware that everything he believed he owned was already slipping away. I tried to explain myself, saying I only commented on the turkey. Josephine told me this was never about food. She explained that my father locked me out because he felt small. He needed to make someone else suffer to feel powerful. My pain was not discipline. It was fuel for his ego. For the first time, I understood that I was not the problem. I had been serving as emotional supply for a narcissist. Josephine ordered the driver to cut power to the house. The lights went out, and the celebration inside froze. She said she wanted my father to see the limousine and understand that something had changed. As we sat there, she explained why I had returned home months earlier after my tech startup failed. I had run out of money and options. Living under my father's roof came with a cost. Silence, obedience, endurance, daily humiliation disguised as guidance. My stepmother criticized me. My father lectured me. My stepsister treated me like an assistant. I thought enduring it meant resilience. I was wrong. Josephine showed me the security feed. Inside the darkened house, no one was worried about me. They were irritated by the outage. My stepsister had taken my laptop, the last thing I owned, containing my work and ideas. In their minds, I was already gone. Josephine explained that they believed my suffering was a performance. That realization hurt more than the cold ever had. She then ordered phase 2. The security team entered the house. Josephine asked if I was ready. I told her I had nothing. No keys. No money. She smiled and told me I had the deed. I just did not know it yet. We entered the house without knocking. The storm followed us inside. My father, stepmother, and stepsister froze. Josephine ordered the music turned off and assessed the room like a regulator shutting down a corrupt operation. My father tried to perform charm and authority, but Josephine revealed the truth. He did not own the house. He never had. A lawyer opened a briefcase and produced documents. The estate and company had been placed in a blind trust decades earlier. Ownership transferred to the first female heir upon her 26th birthday. That heir was me. My father realized he was not the owner. He was a squatter. Josephine revealed that my business failure had been engineered. My father had sabotaged my company to force me back under his control. He needed me close because he knew this day was coming. I had not failed. I had been undermined. The lawyer asked what I wanted to do. I looked at my father and understood the power had shifted. I ordered them out immediately. No belongings. No delays. The storm was worsening, but that no longer mattered. They were removed by security and pushed into the snow where I had once stood shaking. My father begged. I closed the curtains. The house was silent again. Josephine poured a drink and welcomed me home. She told me that was how a hostile takeover was handled. If you have ever had to freeze to discover your strength, you already understand. You were not the black sheep. You were the survivor who was never paid.